The studio is still not put back together. Okay. The studio is still a disaster. I'm not even going to try and like sit here and lie to you and tell you that I magically got it cleaned up that fast. I have not. I still have a lot of painting to do. I still have a lot of organization to do. I still have to buy some more shelves. I still have a lot to do in this studio since it flooded. And if you've been around this channel any amount of time, you remember when it flooded. So there is still a lot to do here that has not been done that I'm going to get to. I'm going to try and get it done before the end of this year so I can do kind of like an end of the year studio tour like I always do. This should be some really awesome sodas that, to my surprise, have still not sold out. These guys are still on the Funko shop, but I have lots of reasons why I believe that there's stuff still on the Funko shop. Not necessarily because Funko's not doing a good job, even though we all know that their stock fell by over 50%. They keep saying by 50%, but I promise you, it was far more than 50%. It was probably more like 70%, and it probably would have went even further than that had they have not like halted the sale and the buy of the stock, which I still believe that that should be kind of criminal. But look, that's just my opinion. Just my opinion. This should be the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus. I have been excited to get my hands on these. I have been waiting on these since the day that they announced that these were going to be a part of their soda line. There's a lot of like controversy on the cans and how the cans look, and if the cans are good looking, if the cans are not good looking. I don't really know. I try and stay out of all of that. But let me show you something on this box that I noticed when this box came in. It says Funko.com. It also says Loungefly. Are they telling us something we didn't know? I didn't know that they were associated with Loungefly. Did you know they were associated with Loungefly? If you knew this, throw a comment down below and tell me how associated they are with Loungefly. Is this something that's been going on a long time that I just wasn't aware of? Or is this something that just happened? I know that they've been coming out with, I don't know. Let me get off of that, but if you know, throw a comment right down below. These Sanderson sisters were a Funko Shop exclusive, even though we all know how I feel about the Funko Shop exclusives. They have devalued the price of their sticker by making everything Funko Shop exclusives that just aren't selling. I think that was a horrible mistake on their part. It was good to begin with. They probably sold a lot of stuff that they otherwise would not have sold right at the beginning, but now I think it's starting to bite them with the amount of Funko Shop stickers that they have. Funko, you should slow down, quit making so many Funko Shop exclusives, and start focusing on making solid exclusives is where I think you should be. It's where I think you should be. But we're not going to talk about the Funko stock too long. We're not going to dog them out. I want to get these open. I'm going to save Winifred for last, because I think that she's probably the leading character in both of the Hocus Pocus films. We will go with, let's go with Mary first. Now, the chase variants of these is a clear chase variant, so there's like some controversy on how great the chase variant is. I am not opposed to them taking the same soda and just changing the color of it when it comes to the chase variants, because here's what happens when you don't do that. When you don't do that, what happens is they start to weigh them. People grab them, they weigh them when you make them different shapes, right? So if I put a hammer in one and I don't put a hammer in the other one, or if I make this one a different body pose and I make that one a different body pose, people start to weigh them, and to me, I think that's dishonest. They buy them in cases, they weigh them, and then they sell off the ones that are not chase variants, even though they tell you that there's a potential of being a chase variant. They've already cured that from being a chase variant, so you wind up getting the short end of the stick, and I think that that's a pretty crooked, dishonest way of doing things. I kind of want the chase variants, but then again, I kind of don't. So these chase variants were pretty cool, but I don't think they're as cool as the actual like soda. Oh, Mary looks really cool. Let's take a closer look at her. So I am really impressed with these sodas. I haven't been really impressed with some sodas in a long time, but this is very well done. Funko, hats off to you so far when it comes to the Sanderson sisters. This is a phenomenal pop, or if I want to say pop, but there's a lot of y'all that'll like get me down in the comments. It's a phenomenal soda pop. How about that? Next, we will move. I'm gonna save her for last. Let's check out that Pog real quick. It should just be the common Pog, and it is. She's 1 in 20,900. The Pog and the cans are kind of weird. I'm glad that she doesn't follow the Pogs and the cans, because they made the Pogs and the cans look nothing like the actual figure. I don't really care. I was after the figure, not so much the Pog and the can, but there is something strange to like their look of them on the Pogs and the cans versus the actual figure. I'm just going to put that out there. You can take that for whatever it's worth. Let's get Sarah opened. Sarah is completely sealed, and you don't normally see that. They normally have like the top open. This one doesn't have the top open. That's a little different, but I'm not going to pay that any attention. That's probably a good thing, right? That probably means this one's a chase variant, even though I didn't want the chase variant of it. That's what that probably means. Throw a comment down below if you think that I'm going to hit the chase variant in them. My luck with sodas lately has not been that great. It has been lackluster, to say the least. I mean, it just hasn't been that great. Now, there was a time that my luck with these sodas was just phenomenal. That has not been the case here lately. Oh, come on. Which one is it? We dodged yet another one. Now, this is going to be Sarah. She's holding the mop. This is a really cool figure, but once again, the figures on the sodas themselves, but the can versus the soda is completely different. I'm not upset with that. I am not upset with that whatsoever, so don't get that twisted. The Pog also matches, so it's a common Pog as well. Let's take a closer look at Sarah. Sarah looks really cool. They actually put some kind of braids actually in her hair. I don't know if you can really see that getting picked up on the camera so much. The mop that's in her hand, they did a great job. I am highly impressed with these sodas, and I have not been highly impressed with these sodas in a really long time. But these are really impressive, and I know that they expected these to sell out right away. I think that they will eventually sell out. So listen to me when I say this. Eventually, they're going to sell out. And if you don't have your hands on them, you're going to be upset at the fact that you did not get your hands on these. You know, I didn't even say anything, but they put the stickers on the right spot. Another hats off to you, Funko. The stickers are actually on the can. They're not on the plastic wrap. Oh, look at that. I skipped right over that. I am terribly sorry. Now, that once again, the picture on the front does not match the actual soda. I am not upset with that. I'm really not. I don't know what they were doing when they did these cans and why they did them the way that they did them, but they did that kind of strange. They did this like, let me make the picture on the front look completely different than the actual soda. I think that they shouldn't do things like that. I just have this strong feeling that this one is not a chase variant. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that it's not a chase variant. Is it a chase variant? If I'm wrong, you have to throw a comment down below right now, laughing at me. I expect some ha-ha-ha's down in the comment if this one is a chase variant. Let's keep our fingers crossed that it is not. All right. So, now that I got all of the Sanderson sisters not in the chase variant, now I think I kind of want the chase variant of all three of these. Let's take a closer look at them. So she also has some texture in her hair. I love what they did with the eyes. They did a great job with these sodas. These are by far three of the best sodas I have seen come out of the Funko shop in a really long time. You should definitely check these out if you're into the Hocus Pocus. My wife is super into the Hocus Pocus, so you know that means I'm super into the Hocus Pocus. These things are really cool. I appreciate you for coming and hanging out with me. I've got to try and get the rest of this place cleaned up, and I'm going to see if I can get some Hot Wheels stuff hung up for our next video. Maybe the next video will have a Hot Wheel. It's probably going to have a Hot Wheel intro. Make sure you come and check out the next video. I appreciate you. Have a good day. God, I still got to clean this place up.